בוקר טוב ילדים.
Shalom, Rabbi. Shalom, Rabbi.
Home everybody. Bokер tov, everybody turn on the camera. Alright, let's start off our day with some prayer. The Shema and the Ten Commandments done by who should we have it done by this morning? Bobblehead 1 and 3. Okay. Marley pray. Girl do the Shema and Riet do the Ten Commandments.
Or at least want to get something, though. Okay, never mind. She's here. Could learn that we could have the ability to learn more about the Word, Lord. Lord, please let us learn something and be able to finish schoolwork as well. Those who have, so we could do things with our siblings if we have. Amen. Yisrael, Ayel, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Keva, Uto Leolam Vayeh. Israel, the Lord our God is one God. Which one are we doing again?
Riet.
Okay. One.
Put the microphone next to your mouth, please. You're real soft.
Sorry. Number 1, I'm the Lord your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt. Number 2, you shall not make any idols. Number 3, you shall not use my name in vain. Number 4, you shall honor the Shabbat or keep the Shabbat holy. Number 5, you shall honor your mother and father. Number 6, you shall not murder. Number 7, no adultery. Number 8, you shall not steal. Number 9, you shall not lie. Number 10, you shall not covet.
Amen. Let's give Riet the big hand. The big hand. The big hand. All right, we're starting Parasha number 18. We're talking about some fascinating laws and things like that, and things that we need to do for our whole life. All right, so we're in the book of Shemot Exodus. The main part is this. Who wants to read this morning? Lev, read verse 3.
Moshe came and told the people everything Adonai had said, including all the rules. The people answered with one voice, "We will obey every word Adonai has spoken."
All right, thank you, Lever Baloney. All right, well, I can see the Lemma family today. They're pointing it at the wall where I can actually see you guys instead of the shadows in the window. All right. Now we gotta go, including all the rulings. What do you think that means, including all the rulings? Let's start out with Brian. Brian. Can't hear you, Brian. No, there you go.
We have to read it.
You have to read it? Read what?
Yeah. Exodus 24:3.
No, I'm asking you a question. Were you paying attention or did you not hear the question?
I didn't hear it.
What does it mean, including all the rulings in this verse?
So, add them? No. You will obey every word Anna has spoken. Like, include, put them in.
It said including all the rulings. What does that mean?
Add?
Brian, did you eat this morning?
Yeah.
You didn't eat your breakfast this morning or you ate your breakfast?
I ate it.
You're not awake this morning, Brian. Come on now. Jeanette, what does it mean, including all the rulings? Help out Brian.
I think it means like including like adding and like the rulings that his commandments.
Okay, the commandments. Okay. All right, we're getting there. Let's see. Adrian, who's in the dark. Why are you in the dark this morning?
Oh, my mom has a migraine, and bright light is really bothering her. So she pulled down closed the blinds.
All right, well, tell Mom if she has the anointing oil of cedars of Lebanon to put it on her forehead and around her eyes, around her nose.
Yeah, she's had it since Friday.
Okay, well, she's got the oil. It'll take away the migraine.
Okay.
All right, well, you be quiet for today then, so that migraines hurt. All right. Let's go over to Marley. Lev, you got to give other people a chance. I'll come to you in a second. You're next after Marley. Marley, what is including all the rulings?
Well, it might be like.
Put the microphone near your mouth.
Well, it might be other laws and
What other laws are we talking about?
like I guess the other ones that the ones that are from the past, I guess you could say.
So the past, when they were living in Egypt, they had laws and stuff like that?
Well, I mean of the offerings and the
For
stuff.
laws when they lived in Egypt for offerings?
Yes, I think.
Why don't you read the verse again, Marley? Read it nice and loud.
Moshe came and told the people everything Adonai had said, including all the rulings. The people answered with one voice, "We will obey every word Adonai has spoken."
What did Moshe just tell the people, Marley?
Um, the Ten Commandments.
He told them the Ten Commandments, and God speak them for himself?
What was that last part?
Didn't God speak them for himself?
Well, yes.
So what is Moshe telling them? Telling them how to bake a cake?
Sadly, no.
He's telling them how to go fishing.
I don't think that either.
He's telling them how to get water out of a well.
Uh,
What do you think he's talking about? How to make pizza?
No.
How to pick your nose?
No.
How to eat your toes? How to make a baloney nose?
No.
A balloon?
No.
What do you think he's talking about?
Oh, maybe.
Put the microphone closer to your mouth.
Well, maybe. All the commandments, like other commandments, other than the 10 Commandments.
Okay, now we're getting there, Marley. Marley's brain is now engaged a little bit. Now, Lev, what do you think he's talking about, including all the ruling? Moshe is telling people everything, and they're agreeing to what he said, including all the rulings, Lev.
Well, God's saying the 10 Commandments right now, but throughout the rest of the books, he starts saying the 613. Bye-bye.
Hi, Asher.
He's saying, look, Rabbi. Rabbi. What do you have?
I can't see what he's got in his hand.
It's a little strainer.
Oh, that's cool. Now let me hear Lev.
So he's talking about like the 10 Commandments and what to do, and like how to do them and where, and like to teach them to your children and
Just the 10 Commandments?
Mom, no. He's saying basically he's taking it little by little, like the 10 Commandments, and then once the people basically have engaged their minds to the 10 Commandments, then he starts going the 11th, the
I
12th.
can't hear you, Lev. Asher, you got to be quiet. He's sitting right in front of the microphone, so I'm hearing him more than you.
Okay. Move a bit closer to the microphone. So basically, what would happen is that, like, once the people's minds get like they get familiar to it, then God's gonna keep going, like the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, and then so on. But I'm pretty sure he let them, like, he stopped and let them, like, take a break from thinking a lot.
Took a break from thinking?
Well,
That would be most politicians.
thinking is like God probably asked them questions, like through Moses. Of course, through Moses. And then probably and then they would try to answer them. That's how I think it was.
All right, well, we're moving real slow this morning. Everybody's in a slow motion mood. All right, let's see. Victoria, what do you think it means, including all the rulings? Moshe came and told the people everything Jehovah had said, including all the rulings. What are all the rulings?
I think that it's like the rulings are like how to do something.
What do you mean, how to do something?
Like it would be like a law or a commandment, and then the rulings are just like explaining how to do them or obey them.
Rulings are how to do them and obey them. Very good, Victoria. And now listen up, everybody, because especially you guys that are sleeping here this morning, like Brian. Okay. Jehovah, let's say we're just talking about the 10 Commandments. What's the fourth commandment, Brian?
holy.
Okay. So how do you keep the Shabbat holy, Brian? What does that mean, keep the Shabbat holy?
Keep the Shabbat holy by making bread, doing the thing in the Bible, doing it on Saturday.
You got to make bread on Saturday?
No, I mean Friday. You gotta make it on Friday, and then you can bake what you want to bake, cook what you want to cook, boil what you want to boil, but you can't do it on Saturday because that's the seventh day where God rested. You have to prepare food.
Are you supposed to go to the park and and go have a soccer game on Shabbat on Saturday?
No,
Okay. Jennifer, how do you keep the
'cause
Shabbat holy?
By preparing this, like the challah and like the wine for the table,
On Saturday?
and like no, and Friday.
Okay. So how do you keep
uh,
the Shabbat holy on Saturday on Shabbat? How do you keep it holy? What are you supposed to do?
by not cooking or like doing any work.
Okay, we're not cooking and doing any work. What do you think, Kevin?
I think you're supposed.
What, Kevin?
I think you're supposed to work. I mean, not do work.
You're not supposed to work. Can you go paint a house on Shabbat?
No,
Can you go to the supermarket on Shabbat? Can you go food shopping on Shabbat?
no.
Okay. Let's see. Riet, how do you keep the Shabbat holy, Riet?
Well, by by following what God said, like you shouldn't cook unless it's like one of those high Sabbaths that you have to cook, or and you shouldn't put others to work either. Like
The microphone closer to your mouth, please.
you shouldn't put others to work either because then you're working and well, sort of or and you're putting work on them. So for example, if you go to the store, you know, and they're like some people have to do have to work at the store, have to like be a cashier on Shabbat. So so if you're like buying stuff that on Shabbat, then you're putting them to work, and you also you shouldn't you shouldn't like um you shouldn't um like if you shouldn't really like have to go to like a job if you have like a job that's also for on Shabbat, because then it's violating Shabbat.
Okay, very good, Riet. Yadiel, how do you keep the Shabbat holy?
Um, you keep Shabbat holy by like doing the Shabbat,
What did you say?
like doing it. You like you do it every day.
By doing it? I don't understand. By doing what? Picking your nose, eating your toes, picking the bologna nose?
No, uh, but you doing it by like calling God, watching videos on YouTube, doing everything that God wants us to.
So watching videos on you, what kind of videos are you watching on Shabbat? Are you watching Power Rangers? Are you watching Ninja Turtles?
Yours.
What?
Your videos.
I didn't hear you.
Your videos.
My videos? Okay. All right, let's see. Allie Mae, how do you keep the Shabbat holy?
One, by listening to your service. Two, by not cooking on the Shabbat. Three, by not going out anywhere or doing it, like not going shopping.
Not going shopping. Okay, am I not going anywhere? Okay. Let's see who we got here. Mia hasn't had a chance this morning. Mia, how do you keep the Shabbat holy?
Well, okay, so the rulings for keeping Shabbat holy is that number one, you must prepare the day before, have the offering ready before sundown on Friday, as we know it, because on Shabbat you can't cook anything. On on Shabbat prep day or Friday, you have to make sure everything's ready. Like cook whatever you're gonna eat tomorrow. I mean the next day. Get the challah, the offering ready. Set the table. When it's time to open Shabbat. And also getting ready, not just physically but mentally, so that you can give your undivided attention to the Lord.
Okay, very good. Give undivided attention to the Lord, getting those things ready. Okay, now why are we talking about just Shabbat? Okay, because we weren't understanding including the rulings. The fourth commandment is keep the Shabbat holy. The rulings are, how do you do something? It's sort of like, you got to do your math. The first thing is a kid, you guys learned how to add. 2 plus 2 is 4. So you get 2 cookies and you get another 2 cookies. You get 4 cookies. Okay. You eat 1. Now you have 3 cookies. Okay. Then after you learn how to add, then a very hard concept to learn, and some of you might still be having problems with, is subtraction. Okay. 95 minus 6.
Hold on. 6. I think that's 89.
You think it's 89 or you're sure it's 89? It's not 88?
It's 89.
You sure?
89.
105 minus 6.
99.
Okay. So sometimes you get to start learning your subtraction. Okay. So there's the big thing of you got to learn how to add, and then you got to learn how to subtract, and then you move on to bigger math. Okay. It's the same with learning how to write. You got to first learn how to hold a pencil or a pen. Okay. A lot of children have a lot of problems doing that. Okay. Then you got to learn how to write your ABCs. Then you got to learn how to put sentences together, and then you got to learn how to write cursive. Okay. It isn't just always on the computer. All right. So it's the same with following God. So Jehovah in Shemot 20 and Exodus 20 spoke the 10 commandments from the mountain. Okay. And they've been walking with him for, a period of time now. And now Moshe came and told the people everything Jehovah had said, including all the rulings. The rulings are how we are to do things. Like for each holy day, there's certain things that you have to do. Okay? For Pesach, you have to celebrate the Pesach. What does Pesach need? What does Pesach need? Michael, what do you need for Pesach?
Come.
Name
Matzah.
me one or two things you need for Pesach.
Matzah lamb.
Matzah lambs?
Matzah and lambs.
Oh, I was going to say a matzah lamb on the flat. All right, very good, Michael. All right, let's see. See what Alara's one. Let's see here. Has Alara's come back yet? Nope. Okay. Marley, what else do you need for Pesach?
Well, you need the wine or strong drink.
Strong drink? You're going to be drinking strong drink on Pesach?
No, definitely not that.
What did you say? You mumbled.
Okay, no, definitely not.
So you need wine or what? You need wine?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. Mariette, what else do you need for Pesach?
You need like the bitter herbs.
Bitter herb? Who's Herb?
Bitter herbs.
Herbs? Okay, you need bitter herbs. The H is silent. Herbs. Okay. Let's see. Allie Mae, what else do we need for Pesach?
The salt water.
Salt water? You need something from the ocean?
No, you put salt in a dish and then put water in it.
Salt in a dish? Isn't the water going to go over the dish?
No, not if you.
Oh, you might want a bowl or a glass. The dish is going to lose your water. You pour the water on the dish, it's going to dribble right off, right? Yes? No? Maybe so.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've always done it in a dish like that big, and then we put the salt in there, and then we put the water in there, and it's always been fun.
Isn't that like a little bowl?
But yeah, it's like a little bowl. It's like this.
Oh, okay. That sounds kind of. A dish is usually a plate, where you put your food on at dinner time, right? Or what you were just eating? Were you eating out of a bowl, that piece of bread that you were eating, or you were eating off a dish?
I guess I was eating off of a dish. I mean,
Oh,
I guess we usually just call like a little small bowl of a dish.
okay. Well, that's Southern, I guess. All right. Okay, so what we're learning about are Moshe came and told the people everything Jehovah had said, including all the rulings. The people answered with one voice. We obey every word Jehovah has spoken. Whoa. Now we'll look at the next part. What are they doing when they say we obey every word that Jehovah has spoken? What do you think, Victoria? What is that?
Well, they're like making a promise, kind of, and um, they're gonna pay like really close attention to what he says, and they're gonna like um share it with other people.
We're making a promise. Okay. Making a promise. All right, Lev, what are they doing here when they say we will obey every word Jehovah has spoken? What are they doing?
They're making a promise, or in other words, vows or oaths.
What happens if you break a promise, a vow, or other something else?
I think God said that like he would send curses or something like that. Like he would send consequences.
And consequences, curses, what's he going to mail them to you?
No. I think he's gonna like probably he probably would just touch your house and then like the power goes through your house of like diseases and sicknesses. That's what I think.
All right. So, where'd you go, Yadiel? Junior, where are you? You got no camera on. Guess it disappeared. Marley.
Well, about the sending a letter, it could be bills like electric bills. Maybe you haven't paid them. Maybe.
Isn't that your fault that you haven't
Yes.
paid the bill?
Yes, maybe the price for the electric bill rose.
So God's going to send an electric bill to you?
Not really God's, maybe not God's gonna send it, but I guess he's gonna let Satan make the people who send the letters, or
Wasn't it you that made the contract?
yes.
But then, you said hook up electricity to my house.
Yeah.
Aren't you responsible for that?
Yes.
So, are the people responsible for what they're saying here? We will obey every word Jehovah has spoken.
Yes.
You gotta get a little closer to the mic, like
Yes.
talking. Okay? What happens if you break your vow? You break your promise?
Then you get
An electric bill?
curses.
What happens if you break your promise, Marley?
You get consequences.
What kind of consequences?
I don't know.
What happens if you break your promise at home?
I get into trouble.
Okay? Well, you step into hot water, you get tarred and feathered, you get hung up upside down for like a week or something. What goes on?
I just get in trouble.
And you just say Riette did it, or you get in trouble.
Yes.
Junior, what happens if you break your promise?
Well, if you break the promise, then I guess you get cursed, and then you go to hell.
But that's like later on, right? You go to hell?
Yeah,
Like a
but
lot of people don't care about that, right?
yeah, but then from there, um, you get cursed through generations. So because of you, your generations after you will get cursed.
What do you care? You're dead.
Yeah, but you know, like then they're gonna have to go through struggles because of you. But you don't know that because you're dead.
Yeah, like who cares? You're dead. You're in the ground. You know. So what these people that your grandchildren are having problems. What do you care? You're dead.
Well, isn't that your grandchildren?
What, you mean you care about your grandchildren?
Yeah,
Why should you care about your grandchildren?
because those are your family, Those is your, son's children, and then that makes you a grandpa
Okay, so why
or
should
grandma.
grandpa care about you?
Because, you know, I'm one of my father's only sons, and he only has like two grandchildren from my father's side. So, like that is just, he spoils me a lot.
So he cares about you?
Yes.
That means he's got to follow the commandments so that you don't have a bad life?
Yeah, not only that, but my parents too.
Okay, so what happens if he breaks his promise or you break your promise? It said here we obey every word Jehovah has spoken. People are making a promise. The Jews and the Gentiles are making a promise to God. What happens if they break their promise?
Mm, yeah, they would be categorized as a liar.
Liar. Are liars good?
No.
No? Okay, liars are no good. Okay, let me go over to, let's see if we can hear Yeshua. Yeshua, are you there? Got no camera on.
The camera's not working.
Okay. What happens if you break a promise, Yeshua?
Then God is gonna give you pow pow.
Is it gonna hurt?
Yes.
So, so why would, hi Pincus. So, so why would somebody break their promise, Yeshua?
If they don't follow God's word, then if they break the promise, they're gonna they're they're gonna they're gonna get a pow pow. They're gonna get a chastised.
Have you ever been, did you ever get pal pal?
Yes.
Why did you do it?
I never because I didn't listen and obey
Well, why didn't you obey?
because because that I wasn't paying attention.
You weren't paying attention. How come you weren't paying attention?
I was whining and playing and not paying attention.
So you got pal pal. Have you ever got more than one pal pal, or you only got one pal pal ever?
I get more than one. I get 9 or 10 or 5.
9, 10, or 5, or 54, or 32.
Hey, I didn't say 32 or 54.
Okay, you didn't say 32, but 9 or 10 or 5. What's your, why do you keep not listening? What's your problem?
It's because I get distracted fast. I wanna play and you if I don't wanna listen, I wanna play.
Oh, so you think you're God.
What?
Well, when you're not listening, that means that you're above the person you're supposed to be listening to, and so you think you're God, right?
No.
No? Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Then why do you get like 32 pow pows?
I never get 32 pow pow.
Okay. All right. So as we start this lesson, we're going to move on to another lesson now. Okay. You got to listen to every word. Okay. Because as Junior was saying, that was pretty good. You got to worry about your children and your grandchildren. Well, you don't have any grandchildren, right? Because you're kids. But you got to learn how to be adults. Okay. You got to learn how to be adults. Okay. So that you don't go and burn up the cities like the very bad children and the adults are burning up the city. Okay. All the cities around America are having a lot of problems because people have no morals, no values. Okay, so they're saying they want justice for this one man that died, and that was not good. The man that died he was murdered by a police officer. Okay, and that police officer has been arrested. Okay, for doing a bad job. So you go in and you steal stuff from a sneaker store? You go in and break into a jewelry shop? You burn down the stores in your own neighborhood? That's what you do? See, when you don't listen to God, you listen to the devil. Because God said that would be wrong. To steal, to lie, to cheat, to covet. All those things is because people don't grow up knowing the words of God. Okay? Now we're going to move on to the next lesson. All right, let's see. Let me get my little marker thing here so you can see what I'm pointing to. Who could tell me what's wrong with that picture? Picture at the bottom. Who can tell me what's wrong with that picture? Okay. Yadiel. Well, tell me what's wrong with these things. Or
Because like he has tattoos all over his body and everything, so and that's bad in God's eyes.
but I see a lot of people out there, Yadiel. I go to the store, I go to the supermarket. Everybody's got these tattoos all up and down their arms, on their legs, on their hands, on their face.
Yeah, because they're not good people.
Not good people. Okay. All right. Let's see. Um, let's see. Brian, tell me what else is wrong with this picture.
He has the stars Satan, and he has um, 5 piercings in his.
He has a Star of David.
No, I don't mean that. He has a star of
What's wrong with
Satan.
this? What? How do you know it's a Star of Satan?
Cause yes, this is not like the Star of David. The Star of David has 5, and it's
Star of David
described
has how many points?
6.
What?
The that one has 5, and the Star of David has 6.
Okay. So he's got a 5-pointed star. What's wrong with a 5-pointed star on his neck? That must have hurt.
It's Satan's star, not God's.
Okay. Let's Satan's star. Hey, Marley, what else is wrong with this picture?
That the guy is pointing at the slave?
What?
That the guy is pointing at the slave?
I'm talking about the picture at the bottom where my arrow is.
Oh, there. I thought you meant the top.
No, that one we're going to read about that. There's certain times you could do certain things.
The piercing, and he looks like he has horns.
Wrong to have horns?
Those look like horns.
What piercings are you talking about?
Here. And one over here. Or the other side.
Oh, on his eyebrow.
Yeah.
Anybody else see anything wrong? Allie Mae, what do you think, Allie Mae?
Well, there's one particular tattoo that I can only see the top of, but from what I can tell, it looks like it would be a picture of the devil. Right down at the bottom, the red and black one with the spikes.
That one?
Yes.
What's so wrong about having a picture of what you think the devil looks like on your chest?
That would mean that you're worshiping him if you put him on your body.
Well, people have tattoos all over their bodies, right?
That doesn't make it right.
You see a lot of people that come into the store to have a tattoo. Does your dad have a tattoo?
Yeah.
Does your brother have a tattoo for going in the Navy?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay. Riette's got her fingers up.
Actually, the tattoo is supposed to be like some sort of like Star Wars character, but that Star Wars character looks pretty demonic.
What Star Wars? Which one?
Like it's like he's got this red face and these like black stripes and three horns. So definitely demonic.
You mean this one down at the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be demonic. We can't have a demonic symbol on your body?
No, that's not allowed. That's just no.
All right, so let's go up to the top now. Who wants to read verse 5 and 6? We've already read. By Mia.
Nevertheless, if the slave declares, I love my master, my wife, and my children, so I don't want to go free, then his master is to bring him before God and there at the door or doorpost. His master is to pierce his ear with an awl, and the man will be a slave for life.
All right. So there's a couple of topics we have to talk about. Okay? Is slavery okay? Let's see. Is Victoria, is slavery okay?
No, because it's like people are forcing you to work.
But we were just reading about slavery here in verse 5 and 6. You're telling God he's wrong?
No, they like those slaves, I guess they said that wait, he's the slave said I love my master. So like my master, my wife and my wait, what?
We'll read the verse 5 and 6. Read it out loud.
Nevertheless, if the slave declares, I love my master, my wife, and my children, so I don't want to go free, then his master is to bring him before God, And there at the door or doorpost, his master is to pierce his ear with an awl, and the man will be his slave for life. Oh my God.
So is slavery right or wrong? Can we have slaves today?
In some countries, yes.
So is slavery wrong?
Well, I think it is,
You told
but
God he's wrong?
no.
You just said
No. Like,
slavery's wrong.
well, then I guess it depends on like who's the master, because if um, but you can't pierce like his ears.
You just said pierce his ear.
Oh my gosh, I'm so confused. What?
Okay, that's okay. I'll come back to you. Let's see. Jeanette, can we have slaves?
Slaves? No. Well, I don't think you can have them here no more. But right here in the Bible, it's not against their will. Like it's like they owe a debt to the owner or something, and that's why they're a slave.
So is slavery wrong?
Um, no and yes. Like in the Bible, it's not wrong, but like in past time in America, it was bad.
But let's let's ask the question. Is slavery wrong? You say then it was, now it is. Is that correct?
Yes.
So why do we still keep doing the Shabbat?
Well, because it says in the Bible to do it, and that it never stopped.
Okay. Did God say to stop slavery?
No.
But you just said slavery.
It was choppy. I didn't hear what you said.
You just said slavery is wrong.
Well, it's wrong in America because the people were against their will. They had to work for people against their will. But in the Bible, it wasn't wrong.
You mean in the Bible slaves wanted to be slaves all the time?
Well, they had to have work. They had to work for a master. It wasn't wrong.
Junior, what do you think? Is slavery right or wrong?
Slavery, it's pretty wrong. As in, you know, you don't really get a choice of, oh, I would like to be a slave, or I would not like to be a slave. And even if, like, if your mother was a slave, like if you were born in the same family, like, it's very hard to like really get out of that and not to be a slave. And it's very hard, because you're just doing forced work. You're not really treated as well. You're dehumanized, so you're not treated as much more higher ranks.
Scripturally or in the secular?
What do you mean? In this,
Are there rules for slavery in the Bible?
yes, because some people had, house slaves to work in the house.
Well, how did somebody become a slave in the Bible?
By what's it called? breaking one of the commandments.
Like what? By lying, you would become a slave?
Not only that, like if you were to, for example, not keep the Shabbat holy or something,
Nope, that does not cause slavery.
Oh,
We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you. Allie Mae, is slavery okay, Allie Mae?
Well, it depends. It depends on, I guess, what country you're in. One, because you can do slavery in the United States. They passed a law on that a while back. But
Well, were
yeah,
they doing slavery properly?
no,
Is there a proper way to do slavery?
yes.
And how is that? How does one become a slave?
If you have borrowed or taken something from somebody else and you can't pay them back what you owe them, then you have to become a slave for 7 years. And if you like your master and you don't want to go free, you can become his slave for life. That's how that works. But the way the people were doing it here in the United States a while back before that law happened, people were just buying and selling slaves and like kidnapping people and making them slaves. Like it was wrong.
So they were doing the Egyptian style of slavery, like Joseph.
Yes.
What was different between the Joseph type of slavery and biblical slavery?
Well, that they sold him into slavery, and he didn't get a choice whether he wanted to leave or whether he wanted to stay. After the 7 years were up, he had to keep going even after the 7 years. And then the other ways is that you don't get sold into slavery. If you don't pay that person back what you owe him, then you have to become a slave for 7 years.
All right. I'm gonna make you hold your question until tomorrow, Mia. Yep, I'm gonna want to keep this topic for tomorrow.
Rabbi, I don't have a question. I got something about slavery.
I know. I'm gonna wait until tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm gonna make you wait till tomorrow. This is a good topic because we've got a lot of things that we should think about. Is God right or wrong, and does God change? All right, we're gonna end our class today on this note. Let me just get you all on my screen here. I'm thinking of a number from 1 to 10. Oh, hold on, computer's funking out here. Okay. I am thinking of a number from 1 to 10. All right, let's see here. Yadiel, you get the first shot. You're muted.
3.
Nope. Marley.
5.
Nope. Lev.
7.
Nope. Victoria. Victoria.
4.
Nope. Riette. What?
8.
Nope. Allie Mae?
3.
Nope. Ryan?
Um, did you ask me?
Yeah, we're guessing a number, Brian. Forget about it, Brian. Mia.
10.
Nope. Okay. Yadiel's got his hand up again. Come on, guys.
Two.
Nope. Lev?
6. What number? 6.
Nope. Marley?
1.
You got it. Close us in prayer. Keep you talking to the mic.
Okay. Father God, I thank you that we could attend class, that we could learn something. And Lord, please let us be able to spread the word on, I don't know, on Zoom or another Cisco WebEx meeting, on for other classes, maybe even for schoolwork, for those who have to go to school. And Lord, please let us be able to finish schoolwork. And Lord, thank you for giving us another day to live. Amen.
Shalom. Have a great day, kids.
Shalom.